చెప్పు.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
How are you? How are you? Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Good. And by writing this welcome to Noble class I have written, you can read it clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I think in maths we have started number system. And in number system, I have explained you some basic concepts. So first I will just ask some questions one by one, okay? Yes, first question is, what are non-negative? Okay, first tell me, what are the integers? Lot of noise is coming from your background, so I will mute you one by one. I will ask. Okay, Adit. First I am asking Aditya. So I have unmuted Aditya. Others must mute yourself. Aditya.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What are the integers?
Sir, integers are the numbers which have all the negatives of natural numbers and zeros.
Yes, very good. And in natural numbers
Yeah,
also.
and natural numbers.
Yeah. So integers are like I can say integers. And with what symbol we represent integers?
We represent it with
Integers with I or Z.
Z.
Sometimes capital Z also or I also. So
Yes,
integers are like minus infinity to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and up to it will go infinite. Okay. Next. Yes, Pranav.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the smallest integer?
Smallest integer.
Yes.
Negative infinity.
Which is the smallest integer?
Smallest integer is negative infinity. Yeah?
Okay. Tell me which is the smallest natural number?
1.
1. Very good. So there cannot be any smallest integer because they will go up to minus infinity. Okay. So there is no largest integer or there is no smallest integer.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Next. Sai Pranav. Yes. Tell me what are the whole numbers?
Including zero, counting numbers are whole numbers.
Yes. Yes. Very good. So 0 is included in set of natural numbers. So whole numbers
Yes,
are
sir.
0 with counting numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3. So now tell me which is the smallest whole number?
0.
The largest whole number?
Infinity, sir.
Actually, infinity is not defined. Infinity is a symbol. Infinity is not a number. So we will say largest number
Yes,
does
sir.
not exist. Largest whole number does not exist. There is no largest whole number.
Exist.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Now you can mute yourself. Yes. Next.
Ma.
Yeah. Tell me now, Sohini.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me what are the non-positive integers?
So can you repeat?
Non-positive integers. I have written also, see.
Yes, sir. Non-positive integers are the negative integers.
Non-positive integers are
Negative integers along with 0.
Yes. That means negative of whole numbers. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 and 0 along with 0. So negative integers with 0. Yes. Next is Sritan.
Sir.
What are positive integers?
Positive integers are the integers that are positive.
So tell me what are
Positive.
those?
They're positive numbers. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. So simply natural numbers. Positive number integers we can represent by this sign also. So
Yes,
they
sir.
represent the natural numbers only basically.
Natural numbers.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, like this. And can you tell me what are the non-negative integers?
The non-negative integers are positive integers.
No,
No.
small difference is there.
Non-negative integers are 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yes. So you can say whole numbers. Understood?
Yes, sir.
0 is also included here. So basically this is nothing but a whole number. Okay. Next, who's left? Vibhu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me a number which is neither positive nor negative.
0.
0. Yes, very good. So 0 is the number which is neither positive nor negative. So this I think we have done in the previous class. And then in the previous class I have done something about the rational numbers also. Just first I am revising what we have done in previous class. Rational numbers. Yes, Aditya.
Yes, sir.
Can you define me what are the rational numbers?
Rational numbers are any numbers which can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0.
Very good. P and Q belongs to integers and Q is not equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
Rational numbers are numbers in the form of P upon Q. So where P and Q are integers, that means they can be positive, they can be negative. Some examples I'm writing here. 2 upon 3, minus 5 upon 7, minus 3, 2, 0. These are all rational numbers. Because any integer like 2 also can be written as 2 upon 1. So all these are rational numbers. Okay. Now, one term I have told Pranav, equivalent rational numbers.
Equivalent rational numbers.
Yes.
So like 2 by 3, 4 by 6, if you multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number and you get
Yes.
another fraction,
Yes, very good.
they're equivalent rational numbers.
So equivalent rational numbers like 2 by 3, or you multiply 6 by 9, or multiply minus 2 by minus 3. The same
Yeah.
number 20 by 30. So there will be infinite equivalent rational numbers. There will be infinite equivalent rational numbers. Yes. So, and one more thing I have explained, inserting rational numbers between two given numbers. Inserting rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Two given rational numbers. So in the last class I have solved, so I think in this class you must solve. Okay. So one question is, two methods I have given. One method was this, just example I am giving. This is number R, this is number S. Then one rational number is R plus S upon 2. This is suppose T. Then here also I can introduce between these two numbers. This is R plus T upon 2. And here also I can introduce one number, and so on. Here, p plus s upon 2, and so on. For example, we solve now. Insert five rational numbers between -1 and 2 by this method first. Insert 5 rational numbers between -1 and 2. We solve everybody by this method. I'm asking, not other method. First to solve by this method. All the students must solve it. I think everybody has attended the previous class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who has done?
None.
Who has done? Very good. So anybody having any problem in this question? Sritan, you can solve this?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So just I'm writing the first answer then, because everybody knows. So two numbers, see. Two numbers are there. One number is, this is -1 and this number is 2. So in between them, there will be one number. If I add both of them, -1 plus 2 upon 2, that is equal to 1 upon 2. And this is called t. Now, here one number I can add this number -1 plus t. T is how much? 1 upon 2 upon 2. So this is a -2 plus 1 upon 4. So this number is a -1 upon 4. So this number is -1 upon 4. Similarly, I can have here t. T is how much? 1 upon 2. 2 plus 1 upon 2 upon 2. So this is 4 plus 1 upon 4 is equal to 5 upon 4. So these are the numbers. Now I got 1, 2, 3 numbers. One number, second number, third number, two more. So you can add anywhere, wherever you want. You can add at this place, you can add at this place, you can add here, you can add here. Wherever you want, you can add. For example, I want to add here. So this number will be again 5 upon 4, add both numbers, plus 2, divide by 2. So this is 5 plus 8 upon 4 into 2, 8. 13 upon 8. So this number is 13 upon 8. Anywhere you can add, as I told, anywhere. Suppose you want to add this place. So then numbers are -1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2. So if you want to add here, this number will be, here I'm writing, -1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 2 upon 2 is equal to, take LCM, 4 into 2. So 4 LCM is there. So -1 plus 2 is equal to 1 upon 8. So this is one number. So if you want to write in order, then the numbers will be 1 upon 4. Here I'm writing, see, -1 upon 4. After this, green color, -1 upon 8. After this, 1 upon 2. After this, 5 upon 4. And after this, 13 upon 8. If you are adding some other place, you will get some other answer. So these are the 5 numbers, rational numbers. So everybody has solved this problem. Any doubt? Anybody having any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, very good then. So now, one more method I will explain to you. So I will ask the same question. You must solve by second method. Between -1 and 2, insert 5. Between -1 and 2, insert 5 rational numbers. So in this, I have told you one method. You divide by n+1, multiply and divide by, and this is a simple method exactly. So second method. In this, what I will do? Multiply and divide both numbers by n+1. So here what is n? How many I have to introduce? 5. So here n is equal to 5. That means -1 multiply by 6 divide by 6. 2 multiply by 6 divide by 6. So this will be equal to -6 upon 6. So these numbers are now -6 upon 6 and 12 upon 6. Multiply by this, divide by this. This is the best used when they are positive integers, otherwise in this case also. So now you can write here. See, this is the -1. -1. This will be 0. Not write -2 there. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1 and 2, yes. And so on. So first number is, multiply this, -6 upon 6. Then will be 0 upon 6. Then 1 upon 6. Then 2 upon 6. Then 3 upon 6. Then 4 upon 6. 5 upon 6. And so on. So many numbers you can write till 12 upon 6. So all these numbers are between this. So all these numbers, any 5 you can choose. So all these numbers will lie between up to 12 you can go. Up to 11 upon 6. So many numbers you can write. So this is another method of solving. Now one more concept I have told you. Decimal representation of rational numbers. If in previous class we have done this. Decimal representation of rational numbers. Yes, we have done this in previous class.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So just a fast, quick revision of this. For example, 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4. If I divide this, I will get 0.25. 1 upon 4. Similarly, if I divide 5 upon 8, if you divide 5 with 8, you will get point, so 0, 6, 48, 2, 0, 4, reminder, 0. So 5 upon 8 is how much? 0.625. That means these are the rest numbers with the terminating decimal part. So 1 upon 4, 5 upon 8, etc. These are the numbers with terminating decimal part. Now if I ask you 1 upon 3, 1 upon 3 is also rational number because it is in the form of P upon Q. Now divide 1 with 3, how much you will get?
0.3 bar.
Yes. So 3, 1. 3 times 9. Again 1. So 0 will come 3 times 9. Again will come 0 3 times and so on. That means this is a 0.33333 infinite times. So you can see we have two types of rational numbers. First category is this. Second category is this. That means rational numbers will be two types, either terminating type or non-terminating recurring. This can be represented as 0.3 bar that he has told me. So there will be rational numbers will be of two types in this. So either we can represent rational numbers in the form of P upon Q, or this is the first definition. Second definition is rational numbers are terminating decimal type, having terminating decimal, or non-terminating recurring decimal. This is very important. So there are two definitions of rational numbers. Recurring means repeating decimal. So either the decimal is terminating, like the case 1, or it is non-terminating decimal. Both examples I am giving terminating decimal type. You have seen 1 upon 2, 1 upon 4, 5 upon 8. 7 upon 20, 13 upon 5, and so on. So many examples we can write. Then second type is repeating or non-terminating. Repeating decimal. Sometimes we use recurring. Decimal. They are examples of them are like 1 upon 3, 2 upon 3, 15 upon 7. Some examples are given. There may be so many numbers. Okay, now I will ask some simple questions. Yes. Sritan,
Yes, sir.
can I tell that all rational numbers are integers?
Sir, can you repeat?
See. Question I'm writing. All rational numbers are integers. Is it correct or wrong?
Yes, sir. Sir, it's correct.
Okay, very good. All rational numbers are integers. Yes, Aditya.
Yes, sir.
All rational numbers are integers.
Yes.
Okay. Sohini,
Yes, sir.
my question is it correct or wrong? You have to tell. All rational numbers are integers.
It's wrong.
Wrong. Yes, very good.
Wait. Sir, I can't hear.
See, all rational numbers like 2 upon 3 is a rational number, but it is not integer.
Oh, sir, I didn't see the
Reverse.
question. Sorry.
Yeah, reverse will be correct. Understood? So this is wrong statement. Aditya, understood?
Sir, I didn't see the question correct.
Yeah. So you have to be careful.
Yes, sir.
That is the main thing. While answering, the same thing happens in exam also. 90% cases you know the answer, but only problem is you are not focusing, you are not concentrating on that, what they want, what is the answer. So first of all, we must read correct question with patience, perfectly. Try to understand what examiner want, what is the exact question. So we must not, so we must not interpret the question. That is the main problem. Otherwise, there is nothing in this question. So reverse, if I ask all integers are rational numbers. So this will be correct, yes. All integers will be rational numbers. Even 0 is a rational number. So this will be correct. Okay. So now I'm given you one question I'm asking now to solve, simplify continued fraction. One question on continued fraction, solve. 1 plus 1 upon 2 minus 3 upon 5 plus 4 upon 7. Solve this. So all students must simplify this and tell me the answer.
Sir,
Yes.
it's 32 by 19.
32 by 19. I have to check it. I think it must not be that. I will check it. Again, check your result, answer. See, here you must start from this denominator. First, you must solve this part. So 5 plus 4 upon 7. I will assume here 1. So 7 is LCM. 35 plus
102 by 81.
I think
Pretty sure 32 by 19, no?
32 by 19.
Huh.
Maybe you're correct. Maybe I will just check. Okay, I don't know. So that's why I'm not saying anything. This is 39 by 7. So I can write this 1 plus 1 upon 2 minus 3 upon how much? 39 upon 7. So this 7 will go to top.
I think 34 by 17.
No. So this will be 1 plus 1 upon 2 minus 7 into 3 upon 39. This will be reciprocal.
I got 2.
Okay. So this will cancel out 3. This will be 13. So this is a 1 plus 1 upon 2 minus 7 upon 13. So now this will be 1 plus
Definitely
1
not
upon
2.
26 minus 7, and this 13 will come top. So this is how much now? 1 plus 13 upon 19. So this is, now take LCM. So this will be 19 plus 13. So final answer will be, here I am writing 19 plus 13 upon 19 is equal to 32 upon 19. Yes, your answer was correct. Very good. If any doubt is there, anybody having, you can ask.
No, sir.
Others also, Vibhu,
Got it.
got everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, come to other concepts. See, I will be covering, some of you may be knowing some concepts. These are some basic classes. So it is not that you know one concept or two concepts, because slowly we will move further. So I don't want that any student must be there who don't know some concepts. So next thing is prime numbers. Prime numbers. So how many of you know prime numbers, or all of you know?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
can you tell me some prime numbers from the beginning?
2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13,
Yes, very
17,
good.
19.
Yes, very good. So what are the prime numbers? These are all natural numbers. First of all, see the definition we started, all natural numbers. That is, prime numbers are never negative. Understood? So these are all, those who don't know must note down the definition. All natural numbers that have one end itself, one end self as their divisors are called prime numbers. Are called prime. That means, in another words, I can say the natural numbers having only two divisors are called prime numbers. For example, 4. 4. What are the divisors of this? 1, 2, and 4. 3 divisors are there, so it is not prime. 27. 27 is divisible by 1. 27 is divisible by 3. 27 is divisible by 9. 27 is divisible by 27. So this is also not prime. So prime numbers must have only two divisors. Prime numbers must have only two divisors. 1 and self. Some examples of prime numbers are 2, as he has told, 3, 5, 7, 9 is not a prime number. 9 is odd. 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, and so on. These are some of the prime numbers. So you can see all these numbers have no divisor except 1 and self. There are no prime numbers except 1 and self. So some important observations here you can see. 2. This is the only even prime number. So first observation is 2 is the only even prime number. See, any other even number cannot be prime. For example, 6, 8, 10, 12, because 2 will they will be divided by at least 2. So for example, if you take 10, this is divided by 1, 2, 5, 10. So there is only one even prime number, that is 2. All other even numbers are composite numbers, not prime. Second concept is, you can see here, the smallest odd prime number. Is 3. The smallest odd prime number is 3. Third, see, remember here, 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is neither prime nor composite number. 1 is neither prime nor composite number. Then there are certain more definitions are there with prime numbers. Those also I am giving. One definition is twin primes. Twin prime. Twins. Twins. Twins are there. Born together. So write the twin primes. The pair of
Prime numbers separated by 2.
Yes, very good. So these are the pair of prime numbers which differ by 2. So these are pair of prime numbers which differ by 2. Some examples: 3, 5. This is one pair, 3 and 5. 5, 7. This is another pair. 7, 9 is not there. Remember, because 9 is not a prime. Both must be prime. Sometimes students say 7, 9 or 9, 11. That is wrong answer. 11, 13 will be there because both are prime. 11, 13 will be there. 17, 19 will be there.
17, 19.
17, 19. Okay. There may be more.
20,
I don't know what is the highest twin prime. You can search Google. You can find which is the highest twin prime. Okay. When you are free, you can do a lot of research on this. Next concept is a composite numbers. Composite numbers. So all natural numbers, again see the definition starts with natural numbers. That means composite numbers are positive numbers. So all natural numbers which are not prime, which are not prime, are composite numbers. and they are represented generally by capital letter C. So C is equal to composite numbers which are not prime. That means you can see another definition also. What were the prime numbers? Having two factors. So composite numbers are the numbers having 3 or more divisors. So in another terms, I can say composite numbers are the natural numbers having 3 or more divisors. So from the set of natural numbers, see, set of natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and so on. If I remove all the primes, 2 is the prime number, 3 is the prime number, 5 is the prime number, 7 is the prime number, 11 is the prime number, 13 is the prime number, and 1 is not a composite number, remember, except 1. All natural numbers which are not prime are called composite numbers. Here, comma, you can write except 1. That also must be written here, except 1. Except 1. So 1 is removed here. So what are the, now you can see, what are the numbers left? They are all composite numbers. So composite numbers, see, this will be given by 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, and so on. So all these numbers are composite numbers. This concept everybody understood? For
Yes,
example, you take 9. So what are the factors of 9? It is divided by 1, 3, and 9. So 3 factors are there. So as I told, there may be 3 or more than 3 factors. So here's some important points you must note, because sometimes they are very useful. First point, note 1. Smallest composite number. The smallest composite number is 4. Understood? The smallest, note 2. Odd composite number. What is the smallest odd composite number? 9. And third point is 1 is, again write that point, 1 is neither composite, 1 is neither composite nor prime. So up to this point, everybody understood? Any doubt up to this point?
No, sir.
No, sir.
no, sir.
No,
So
sir.
what is the smallest composite number? 4. And what is the smallest odd composite number?
9.
9. And 1 is neither composite nor prime.
Negative prime.
Neither composite nor prime. Now next term. Next concept comes is of co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers. So write this. Or sometimes this is known as relatively prime. Another term for this is a relatively prime. So two natural numbers are said co-prime if their highest common factor is 1. That means you don't have anything in common. So see, those natural numbers may not be prime. Some examples I'm taking. 9 and 16. 9 and 16. Can you take something common from here? What is the highest common factor here? 1. Because they are not divisible by a single number. But if I ask 3 and 9, what is the highest common factor? 3. So these are co-prime numbers. These are not co-prime numbers. This understood, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who can you give me some examples of this co-prime numbers?
Of co-prime, say three is already prime. 3 and 4.
3 and 4, yes, very good, no problem. 3 and 4,
6 and 13.
7,
yes.
5 and 7.
5 and 7, 5 and 7,
We can just take any two prime numbers. They'll always be co-prime.
yes.
Yeah.
But they need not be necessarily prime numbers. That is what I'm saying. For example, 9 and 16, both are not prime. But still, they are forming co-prime.
25 and 26.
25 and 26, very good example. 25 and 26, because nothing is common between them.
22 and 25.
2 and 25, yes. So many can be there, okay? So these are some examples of this. So any two conjugative numbers will be always co-prime. So you can write this concept, any two conjugative numbers will always be co-prime. Note down this point.
What about 1 and 2? It's not the co-prime. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
They are also co-prime. Okay. So some part we have done this. Now, some question I'm asking on rational numbers. As I have told, then integral part is the decimal part is repeating, they are rational numbers. For example, if I say the number 0.3333333 up to infinity, this is equal to 0.3 bar. This is a rational number. So question arises, if this is a rational number, this must be in the form of P upon Q. Because somebody is saying If it is in the form of P upon Q, then only I will assume it is rational number. Otherwise, I will not assume it to be rational number. So how to prove this? If a number is of this type, how to prove that it is a rational number and which rational number it represents? So for that, the method is, let us take this number as n or s, anything. Let s is equal to 0.333333 and so on. Okay. Now, check how many digits are repeating here. After decimal, how many digits are repeating? Only one digit is repeating, that is 333. So multiply it by 10 because one of the digits I have to bring outside the repetition part. So what I will do? Multiply by 10. So 10s will be, if I multiply, this will become 3.33333, etc. Now I have got two things, this. So I can write this as 3.0 plus 0.333. Can I write in this way? And we know,
Yes.
what is this? What is this? S 0.333 is how much? S only. So I can write this is 3 plus S. So 10s is equal to this much. So 9s is equal to 3. So s will be how much? 3 upon 9 is equal to 1 upon 3. That means I can say that 0.3333, this is nothing but 1 upon 3 only. I will take one more example to explain this. Understood this example?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So one next I'm asking you. Next is show that four point two three five up to infinity is a rational number. And express it in the form of, express as in the form of P upon Q. This is a question. Express it as in the form of P upon Q. Everybody must try this first. And tell me the answer, what answer you are getting. What is the value of P? What is the value of Q? Yes, solve everybody. Yes, anybody got answer? See, this is a bit difficult problem. I am explaining this how to approach. Concept I will explain. If you observe this question, this is 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. These digits are repeating. So there are two ways are there. One method is I write let S is equal to 4.2353535 is S. Now here the digits which I need to take out. See, one group must be outside this decimal, one group. So 3, 5 is here, 3, 5 is here, 3, 5 is here. So how many numbers are there after decimal? 0.235. This one group must be outside. The digits which are repeating. The main idea is the digits which are repeating must be outside one group. Or another approach can be, you can take the numbers which are not repeating. So here 2 is not repeating. So I will multiply by 10. So 10s will be 42.35, 35, 35 and so on. Now, one group, this 35 must be outside. I have to take this outside. One group. If 3 digits are repeating, I will multiply by 1000. If 2 digits are repeating, I will multiply by 100. So now I will multiply by 100 both sides. So I will get 1000 S is equal to 4235.353535. This. Now, so this is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Write this 10S is how much? 42.3535. Subtract both, you will get answer. So this 35000 point. This will be 3. Just you have to subtract 3. This will be 9. 1, 4. And this will be how much? 990S. So you can say S is equal to 4193 upon 990. That means this number represents. Just note down this, try to understand. Any doubt if you ask me, I will give one more question of same type. Anytime you can unmute yourself. Now I have unmuted you.
Oh, okay, got it. I understood.
Pranav, understood?
Yes, sir.
Aditya, you?
Yes, sir.
Soini?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vibhu and Sritan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, shall I go to the next page?
Yes, sir.
Everybody completed? Very good. We are very fast.
So wait 1 second.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You can proceed.
Okay. Now solve another problem. Express 3.919191 as P upon Q4. Solve this question. And after this one, another very important question I will ask. That
398 by 99.
398 by?
99.
380 by 99.
Okay, very good. So here S is equal to 3.919191 and so on. So what I will multiply by 100 because one pair, these are the pairs. They are two digits are getting repeated. So I will multiply by 100. Three digits are repeated. I will multiply by 1000. So 100S is equal to 391.919191 and so on. So S is equal to 3 point, just subtract that. So 99S is equal to, this is a 8, 8, 3. So S is equal to 388 upon 99. Just 1 second, hold it. I'm coming. 1 second. So everybody, so you understood everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. So now two more questions I'm giving you, solve them by the time. One question is express 0.9999 this. And this question number 2 express 23.1 07 107 2 is here. Well, again I'm writing 2.3 107 107 107 this. Solve these two problems, okay? In 2-3 minutes.
Sir,
So first answer is
it's
1.
it's one.
I got 9 by 10.
Huh? How? You must have somewhere.
How can 0.999 be 1? It's going to 1, but it's not 1. Wait, it's 9. Oh, it's 99 by 10. Yeah. It's 99 by 10. How is it 1?
It's a bit more than 99 by 10.
Like, I'm honestly confused now. Honestly, over here it clearly shows that's 9 by 10. Oh wait, sorry. 99999. Okay, a bit more than that, but it's not 1. Okay, it's going to 1, approximate, but yeah.
Ida.
Whatever, dude, 1. It doesn't make any sense because 0.999 is not 1.
Okay, S is 0.999. 10S is 9.999.
Dude,
So
look at
10
it,
minus.
dude, look at it logically. How can it be 1? It's a bit less than 1, like ever so slightly, but less. So it's not exactly 1. So the answers are technically wrong. Second one's 2384 by 9990.
Vibhu. It's 23084.
Hello, anybody has done this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who has done?
Yes, sir.
Both?
Both.
Yes, sir.
So what is the answer of the first one?
1.
1.
1.
Yeah, see this, why it is 1 coming?
It's tending to 1.
Yes,
Not
because
The
exactly.
value is almost
0.9999.
as much as 1.
Yes, very good. And second is this, okay?
23084 by
By-
9990.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think this is enough for today's class. Next class we will start with irrational numbers. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Irrational numbers we will take in the next class.
Okay, sir.
So today understood
sir.
everything perfectly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes, sir.
good. So have a good day, all of you.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Okay, bye. I will give some homework. You have to solve that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay.